Okay, guys, we can get started. I see less people have joined, but let's fine. Let's get started. Can you please confirm if my screen is visible? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when it comes to backup and recovery, here I have already given the points that what they normally ask, right? So in backup, they will talk about that what kind of resources can be backed up. You can elaborate things on virtual machine, but at least you should know that apart from virtual machine, Azure file share can be backed up, SQL Server in Azure can be backed up, SAP HANA in Azure VM that can be backed up. And you will see it when you practice, you will see it, right? Then types of backup, these are the types of backup we have discussed, right? From where can I backup? All these details I've shown you, right? Can I backup only from Azure? No. You can backup your machines which are there on AWS. You can backup your machines which are there on GCP. You can backup your machine which are there on on-prem. A slightly different method, but the concepts are same. Backup policy, restore, enhance, everything is same. But only difference is that here you get those machines to select. You get an option to select those machines, but in terms of AWS or GCP or on-prem, you won't see those machines listed. You will have to share an agent with them, and they will install that agent, right? It will be a link and it will be a executable file. You will have to share it with them and they will download that agent in their server, and that is how the connectivity will be there. But to achieve that, there has to be some network connectivity between your on-prem and your Azure. So what can you use for network connectivity between Azure and on-prem?
VPN.
Yes, what else? Yes, yes.
VNet.
Other than, no, definitely not. Whoever answered it's completely incorrect. VNet is purely on Azure. It's not even there on AWS, GCP. So forget about.
Sorry, firewall.
No, no, firewall. It's not a connectivity method. What did we learn with VPN? I told you that we cannot do the practical of this because network telecom operators are involved.
Yeah, right.
Express route.
Express route, right? So even if you have not done it, you should know it, guys. I mean, you can be very upfront about it that never got a chance to work on express route, but you should know, because somewhere where you will see if the backup is happening, which means it's a daily job, they will require a daily connectivity. So in this scenario, they will go for and they will opt for express route. So there should be connectivity using either VPN or express route. Then you can back up your on-prem machines also. You can back up your AWS also. You can back up your GCP also. Obviously, you can back up your machines on Azure. Right now, let's talk about first this one, ninth option. We'll read. I hope you guys can read it. Geo redundant backup. This is an obsolete question now. I don't think so anyone will ask, because earlier when we used to do backup, we use I'm talking about the backup now. Okay, the backup file, it used to have redundancy in LRS. Okay, tell me one thing. Let's see your understanding. If I have a machine here in East US, I'm opening Paint. Can you guys see my screen? MS Paint.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is my VM and it is in East US. Okay. Now, in which region can I take the backup of this machine? Where should I have my backup vault? Can I have?
Yes.
It has to be in East US, right? So now let's say this is my backup vault. Backup vault ultimately, guys, it is somewhere it is storage here. Okay. Maybe not like storage account, but somewhere it is hard disk. This is also a hard disk. This is also a hard disk. Okay, I am backing up my machine. Where am I backing up my machines? It's in East US. right? Backup vault, or I would call it service recovery vault. But it has to be, or it can be, in East US. So if something goes wrong to my machine, with my machine, let's only particular machine, uh, is this backup useful? I mean, somehow data will be gone and everything is fine. I understand that, but do I still have some chances to get my machine back if something happens to only my machine, VM001? Let's say machine has got virus. Okay,
Yes, we can have.
maybe there will be some data loss, maybe few hours, etc. But there is a scope, right? And this is, when I say this is storage, so this has to have some redundancy, and this is LRS. Okay. Now my machine is gone, so this is useful. Now tell me, East US region is down. Is my backup useful for me?
No, we
No,
cannot
no,
recover.
Right? Hence, we had this question which is called geo redundant backup. So what we used to do, that instead of, I mean, whenever they ask that what are the best practice, etc., so we used to say in interview, I used to guide them to say that instead of LRS, what I'm planning, or what will I suggest to my client, that they should take GRS. What will happen from GRS if this is in East US? There will be one more copy of your backup, same इसी चीज का exact एक copy बन जाएगा आपका, right? I hope you remember the concept. इसी चीज का एक और बन जाएगा in which zone?
in another region.
Yeah, which region?
In the paired region,
Paired region,
Which is
paired region.
which is the paired region of East US?
West US, I guess.
West
West US,
US.
yes. But that's completely fine, even if you can't remember it. But I wanted to hear that word, that paired region. I do not have an option to select, right? I cannot say कि एक East US में रखो और दूसरा India में रखो. I cannot do that. It will be a, there will be a copy of this backup in West US. Now, if the whole East US is down, I can still restore my machine from West US. Got it? That
Yes,
is what a geo redundant backup is. But now I'm not sure if you guys noticed or not. When you create a backup here, if I go to backup, it's a virtual machine I'm talking about. This one, it's fine. Continue. What is the minimum option do I see here? Do I see any LRS? They are by default, they're going either ZRS or GRS or anything, but LRS, it's already out of it. So now this question is not valid. By default, it will take minimum GRS. So there is no LRS for this. So this question, it won't come to you guys at least. So don't worry about it. But you should know what does it mean when we say geo redundant backup. So it is talking about the redundancy of backup. Apply the same concepts of storage backup, whatever we have learned, but instead of direct storage account, now that is being applied on your storage, on your backup. And important thing now, restore. So now I have a backup here. Fine, my machine has been backed up. First, let's delete this file. From this machine, I'm deleting the file. Okay, I'm deleting test file. Then there was one more test file in C drive I've created. I'm deleting a test file. Okay, and I'm creating a new one, by the way, just to check your understanding, and I'm calling it as new file. I'm not putting anything in that file, but that's okay, new file. And the major thing which I'm gonna do here is I'm going to crash my website. Can you guys still access the website? Can you please check once?
What was the IP address?
Yes, but it is working for me.
172.206.213.4. But if it is working for one, then it will work for all. I'm sending it to you guys. So it's working for all of you, right?
Yes.
Now let's say I made some changes in my code or something happened in my website. I mean, it was planned, unplanned, or anything. Now, can you please refresh the page?
It's not working.
Yeah, it is showing forbidden.
Forbidden access is denied.
Right. So now I deleted a bunch of files. I didn't have to do that. Even one smaller file can cause this issue, and you don't even know which file is that. Maybe your developer, everything they worked, they tried to figure it out, fix it, it's not working. So last call, business call was taken. Let's restore. Right. So now we are going to learn to restore the file. Before that, how many options are there to restore? So to restore, we have one is that restore as a new, do not go in this order. I'm going from complex to easy, not going in this order. Whenever this is written by me, there is no such order. So one option is restore the VM as a new VM. I mean, whatever machine is there, I will tell them that you guys keep on working on that. Try to fix it. But using the backup, I'm going to create a new machine and I'll assign this public IP to that machine and I'll give you that public IP. And simply you can start using it. That is one method, which is called new VM restore. The another one, my engineers and everything, they have worked and they're saying your machine, the current machine, it's dead. It is not coming back ever. Then what will I do? While restoring, I will say simply replace the existing one. Are you getting it, guys? Yes, no, maybe. Are you getting these terms, guys? Is it clear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sohel, removing existing ones means what will happen to the data and the applications which are getting running behind the your server?
You already have a backup for everything, right? All data and everything, you have a backup. From that backup only you're restoring.
Acha. Okay.
Look at this again. This is your machine. This is your backup. Okay, we'll go to today's example again. I've just taken a backup of this machine. Okay, at 3 o'clock. And this machine got crashed at 3:30. My engineers and everything, they've worked at 4:30 or 4 o'clock. They are saying it cannot be done. So yes, here I am losing some data. कितना data lose कर रहे हैं हम लोग यहाँ पर?
एक घंटे का.
Half an hour
एक
technically.
घंटे, half an
Technically
hour.
half an hour, yes. Because the moment 3:30 your machine crashed, there is no way that new data will come to your machine. Application got crashed at 3:30, right? तो उसके बाद कुछ change हुआ ही नहीं होगा. So you are losing some data, but yes, it is a backup. Understand, guys? It is backup. Sometimes you will lose the data. If it was that crucial machine, crucial application, maybe application owner would have asked for replication instead of backup, or backup plus replication he would have asked. So there will always be some chance to lose some data, and it is called RPO and RTO. These are frequently asked questions when it comes to backup and recovery, right? So RPO is recovery point objective. The age of data can be recovered, right? And RTO is recovery time objective, time to recover, that how much time it is going to take. So there are some application where user will say, I'm not worried about my age of data. For example, let's say that I have an application which shows a live cricket, right? So I'm not worried about the old data. If my application goes down, then I am worried about RTO, that how quickly can you recover it and how quickly can you make it to work. So again, I can stream live cricket. I'm not worried about the old data. It's okay, let it be. So if you want to achieve RTO, then you can design your backup in that manner कि छोटा छोटा सा बैकअप लो ताकि रीस्टोर करने में आपको काफी ज्यादा ये हो, right? There should not be huge backup. When I say I require RTO much, uh, तो बैकअप छोटा होगा, तो ज्यादा लार्ज डेटा नहीं होगा, तो क्विकली ये हो जाएगा. Then RPO, it's recovery point objective, where the age of data matters, right? I'm saying no, I do not want to lose any data. So what will I do here? I'll have heavy data. I'll have multiple backups, maybe 3 hours, 3 hours, 3 hours ke gap mein I'll have backup. Right? Accordingly, I will plan that every 6 hours I can have backups. So I will have 4 backups each day. So whatever they are saying, if they ask RPO and RTO, then you should be able to explain this. Even if you can't explain, just remember the full form. RPO, it's recovery point objective, which is age of data that can be recovered. And RTO, it's recovery time objective, which is the time it takes to recover the data. Got it?
Yes, sir.
And the details are given here. If you want to explain, they are not going to ask you to explain, did you use RTO, RPO? Relax about it. You are representing yourself as an implementation engineer, so you don't have to worry about it, right? So just remember what are the full form and what does it mean. Now, one more option which I skipped here. Restore. We discussed restore as a new VM, replace the existing VM, and yes, there's a file recovery. This is very important. You can, even if they don't ask, you can say it proactively. It gives a good impression. So what is file recovery? Now let's say that my machine, it's crashed, right? Now I'm saying it's okay. That was an old application. I rarely use that application. I don't even want you to restore the server for me. Don't even repair the server for me. But there is only one file in that server. There's only one file in that server which is useful for me. Can you get that file for me? So that is called file recovery. Is it clear, guys? All these options? Restore VM
Okay.
as a new. What will happen here? That could be restored on the same location. Okay, just because I'm putting a new VM, that does not mean I can from East US to I can go to West US. It will be in the same location. Everything will be same. Okay. Secondary can be done when we recover it from the secondary region. So don't get confused. As of now, we are not getting into this. Let's say we are just from here. There is no disaster recovery, nothing. Simply our machine is down. So our backup in the East US is fine. So I am just deploying a new machine. From this backup, I am deploying a new machine. Simple. In East US, deploying a new machine. That is what you're restoring VM as a new VM. Then restore and replace. It's the same thing. The only difference is that you're replacing it. You're restoring the new machine here. Old will be deleted and new will be there. Got it? What do I mean by restore as a new VM? नया IP assign हो जाएगा, new name देना पड़ेगा. Restore and replace it, वही IP मिलेगा, वही name मिलेगा. Simple. File recovery, I just explained it. Okay, but there is a catch in that. If you explain it very well with numbers, then it will be a good answer. That file recovery, instead of full recovery, you can recover few files, but this is recommended only for files below 10 GB. If it is more than 10 GB, then we'll suggest that, okay, please restore the machine, copy your file, and then discard the machine or delete it. Got it, guys?
Yes.
Okay.
So
And
by
there
the
is,
size of
sorry, yes, what was that?
the size that is given here, the 10 GB.
Hmm.
So is it the full backup file size or the file
Recovery,
that we are
no,
recovering?
recovery size. Maybe backup is of 900 GB. I want a file which is of 11 GB. Then we will suggest, I mean, 11 GB is it's still fine, we'll go ahead. But I want a file of 50 GB. Then we won't do that. We'll say कि यार पूरा machine restore कर लो, आपका 50 GB copy कर लो, machine को decommission कर दो, delete कर दो. But there's a file of 1 GB or maybe 5 GB. So that time I won't ask that person or application owner, I won't suggest that you restore the full machine. We'll say, okay, we'll get that file. This is provided when application owner says कि वो server काम का नहीं है. If that server is a production server and if it is running, then there is no option. We are not talking about file then we have to restore the machine.
Okay, got it.
And there is one more method in this where you can just restore the disk. Instead of machine, simply restore the disk. And once you have that disk, you can attach that disk to any VM as a data disk, or you can swipe the OS disk. I hope you guys have done the OS disk swipe practical. I've shared the complete details. Anyone who has completed OS disk practical or OS disk swipe practical?
Yes, I have done it.
Okay, and Riaz has also done it. So, sorry,
Yeah,
who was that? Ashar, you have done it, right?
yes,
Okay, so
yes.
guys, anyone wants to try? I have created a document. It's already there in the group. If you do not have, ping in the group. I will share it. Try it. If you face get stuck somewhere, ping me, or you can ping Ashar also. He has done it successfully, or Riaz. Both of them they have done it. But try doing that once. So that is also one method. अल्टीमेटली सेम है, हम रिस्टोर करके उसको डिस्क बना रहे हैं. डिस्क से आप नया वीएम कर लो, उसको रिप्लेस कर लो, डिस्क को कहीं पे एज अ डेटा डिस्क अटैच कर लो, ओएस डिस्क को रिप्लेस कर लो. इट्स सेम थिंग. Okay, so let's get started now. Now I have this machine and up and running. So let's see whether we want to replace this machine or we want to create it. Now this is the backup I have. Okay. Now what am I doing? Look at this, restore VM or do a file recovery. So if I have to do file recovery, I'll show it to you how it looks. If I do the file recovery, what will happen? I'll have to select a point first. There is only one point. अगर यहाँ पर multiple backup होते तो multiple point दिखते हैं. I have only one point. Click OK. And then I'll have to download this file. Okay, I'll have to download this one. And then it will generate a password from here. I have to download it to some other machine. और वहां पर वो as a disk दिखने लग जाएगा. किस तरह का disk? Do you guys remember file share we have done?
Yes, as a network
Sim
disk, I guess.
exactly. Similarly, उसी तरह से कुछ दिखेगा. उसी तरह से कुछ दिखेगा. But the difference here is that this drive will remain mounted only for 12 hours. File share हमारा continuous था. ये जो आप करोगे ना, और इसमें एक पासवर्ड भी लगेगा. विदाउट पासवर्ड नहीं होगा. Right, it is still creating the file. Now I can share this file with you and password with you. वो आपके पास भी डिस्क आ जाएगी, आप भी कर सकते हो. It doesn't even have to be in Azure. कहीं पर भी हो जाए, वो एज अ लोकल डिस्क अटैच हो जाएगी और आप वहां से अपना डेटा फेच कर लो और 12 आवर्स के बाद वो अपने आप वहां से डिटैच हो जाएगी. और इफ यू गिव मी अ confirmation that you have downloaded your file, I can unmount the disk from here. So look at this. You simply have to download this file, this one. It's always recommended and better to run it in your Azure machine. Any other Azure machine will do. Any machine will do. Right? And then you use this password and you will have this file. Do you guys want me to show it to you, that how will it work, or did you understand it? Because I won't be able to cover all the restore methods. We don't have that much time and doesn't even make sense. But did you guys understand this? That what will happen next? When I run this, it will ask for password. So I'll have to share this password. I'll have to share this password with my client. And once they type in the password, they will have a drive. And once the drive is there, they will be able to copy the data. Are you getting it, guys?
So by
Okay.
that network data that is going to be mounted, that amount that's storage amount should be 10 GB more
नो
or
नो,
less.
वहां से जो कॉपी है ना, कॉपी करोगे ना, दिखेगा पूरा आपको। अगर ये पूरा बैकअप 500 जीबी का है ना, पूरा 500 जीबी दिखेगा। बट इट इज
Okay.
रिकमेंडेड कि आप वहां से सिर्फ 10 जीबी ही निकालो।
Yeah. Okay.
10 जीबी से ज्यादा निकालोगे उसमें टाइम इतना लगेगा, उससे पहले वो डिस्क अनमाउंट हो जाएगा अपने आप। सो इफ इट इज 10 जीबी देन ओनली यू कैन, एंड इट डजंट हैव टू बी वन फाइल, मे बी यू कैन हैव मल्टीपल फाइल। लिटरली इस तरह से दिखेगा आपको, लिटरली इस फाइल शेयर दिखता है ना हमारा, एग्जैक्टली वैसे ही, लिटरली ऐसे। दीज आर द फोल्डर्स एटसेट्रा यू विल सी। You can select one, you can select two, three, copy and start pasting it on your local machine. Simple. And once you are done, if you give me a confirmation, your client gives you a confirmation they are done, you can unmount the disk from here, and then that disk is gone. That's all. Even if you forget it, you don't do it, after 12 hours, it will get unmounted by default automatically. Is it clear, guys, to everyone? This method of restore?
Yes,
And
sir.
I would suggest you guys to try doing it. I mean, I do not have that time in these 2 hours. I cannot show every practical, but then we have a lot of time, right? 5 days we get. So try all these practicals. And if you get stuck, please feel free to connect with me or anyone. I'm sure one of you gets it correctly. Try to get in touch with that person, or just put the question in group. Either I will answer or someone will answer. Right? So you do not leave it. I am leaving it because it's not possible to show everything, but I would always urge you guys to try all of these methods. What else will you do? If you want to show that you have worked for 4 years, then it's must that you should practice. Okay, so this is one method, guys. This is done. Second method is restore VM. So when I click restore VM, same, it will give me all the options कि कहाँ से restore करना है. Again, we have only one point. Otherwise, if I would select 25 और ये 30 दिन पुरानी मशीन होगी, so I will see all these 25 points. और ऐसा नहीं होता है कि हमेशा आपको लेटेस्ट से ही चाहिए होता है. Sometimes you will realize कि यार यहाँ पे हम लोगों का जो है ना सब कुछ एकदम परफेक्ट चल रहा था, मशीन एंड एवरीथिंग, एंड हम लोगों का हिसाब भी एकदम बढ़िया चल रहा था यहाँ पर. Let's say that it happens, कई बार होता है, ठीक है. You will see कि यार 13th of December के बाद है ना application, it's lagging, it's not working properly, or maybe some files are missing, and then you see that there was a guy जिसका last working day था, वो कुछ करके चला गया 13th को, and you're not able to figure it out. So you'll say, when did it work last time perfectly? 12. Fine, let's restore it from 12. तो इस ऐसे टाइम में कई बार आपको पुराना रिस्टोर का भी रिक्वेस्ट मिलता है. मे बी दे आर सेइंग कि मशीन में हमारा कोई डेटा नहीं है, डोंट वरी, हमारा डेटा सारा एसक्यूएल पे है, वो अलग से सेव्ड है. So you can restore it from any time. I'm completely fine. So you'll come here and select that particular day. It's not always the latest date we are talking about. But as of now, we are going to take latest. We only have one. Now look at this. Replace existing machine. Simple. Or create a new machine. Simple. I mean, nothing is going to happen. After this, it's simply a new machine will be there. That's it. And if I replace it, I've just click on restore. It will take some time, and then I'll have my machine back. It is validating whether I'm eligible to restore or not. Okay, validation failed. Maybe my machine is on. Okay, what does it say? Look at this. VM needs to be in deallocated state for performing replace disk operation. Please shut down the machine. So my machine is on, right? So what do I have to do here? I have to go ahead and shut down the machine. And not from the OS level. If I do it from OS level, will it work?
No.
Why? What will happen if I go from OS level? यहाँ पर status क्या होगा machine का?
यहाँ पे स्टॉप स्टेटस में रहेगा.
Stop and stop deallocated, right? I hope you guys remember two status. So it needs deallocated status. So to have deallocated, we'll have to stop the machine from here, which I've already done. It is stopping. Once we have deallocated option, then I'll show it to you. Meanwhile, let me see if I can show you one deletion of this backup. That is very difficult. You cannot simply go ahead and delete something. Backup इस तरह से delete नहीं होता है. I mean, first thing, let's say that if you have some backup, I'm not deleting the current one, we are working on that. Let's say I want to delete this one. So first I'll have to make sure to check कि किस तरह के backup इसमें है, कोई backup item है क्या? It has backup item. Okay. What will I have to do? I'll have to stop the backup first. First, I'll have to stop the backup. Select the reason. Let's say any reason I'll give. Do I want to retain the backup data or do I want to delete the backup data? If I retain the backup data, still I will not be able to delete the vault. So I'm deleting the backup data. Type the name of the backup item. Yeah. Okay, I'm stopping the backup. Look at this. You have to click stop it. And if something is there in soft delete, then you won't be able to delete it. There are plenty of methods to delete the backup vault. And there is one easy also. I'll show it to you. Okay, machine is in stop deallocated mode. Now let's try restoring it again. So I select the time. Fine, time is selected. I click on restore. It is validating again. I hope you guys are not getting confused, right? This is the backup I'm trying to restore, and this is another backup which I'm trying to delete. So before deleting, you guys will have to stop the backup, delete the backup. Look at this. Now it is in soft delete. Now you can undelete it, right? It is in soft delete. You can still not delete the backup vault. ये vault अभी भी delete नहीं होने वाला है. Why? Because it is in soft delete. और soft delete में जब तक पड़ा रहेगा तब तक ये नहीं होगा. Now I have stopped taking backup. कोई नया बैकअप नहीं होगा. आई हैव डिलीटेड द एग्जिस्टिंग बैकअप, बट वो एग्जिस्टिंग बैकअप भी जो इसमें पड़ा है ना आपका रिसाइकल बिन में, जब तक वो वहां से डिलीट नहीं होता, आई कैन नॉट डिलीट दिस वन. आई कैन नॉट डिलीट. आई विल हैव टू वेट, राइट? एंड देयर इज वन मोर ऑप्शन टू दैट you can run a PowerShell script, and that PowerShell script will do everything. Delete, disable, delete it from a recycle bin, everything it will do, and it will delete everything. Just run one PowerShell script and it will delete everything. I'll show it to you. Maybe next time. We don't have much time. That's very easy. Just one PowerShell script and you will be able to delete it. Okay, now look at this. We were replacing that machine. I'm not sure if that has been done or not. So where can we check if you are not sure, guys? Now I'm not sure what happened here. Where can I see it? Okay, we have less time, so I will show it to you. So at least we can get it in this, in the backup here in overview also. Look at this. I already told you, right? Here, schedule backup. One is in progress. Restore. One is in progress. So I'm worried about restore as of now. So what is happening? The restore is in progress. Now should I go ahead and turn on my machine?
No, it
No.
will
right? I'll have to wait. So I am not sure if it will be done in 2 minutes, but once it is done, you'll simply have your machine available. It will say that it is done successfully. A green icon will be here, and then you can go ahead and turn on your machine, and you will see that my file which I deleted, it will be there. You will see the website is working again. You will see that in some time once it is in completed state. I don't think so, but it will be done within 2 minutes. We have only 2 minutes left, but I hope you got the point, you got the concept. Right, guys? Anyone has any doubt, any
Yes,
questions? Right. So do practice, guys, this week, backup, all other things. And I think the
Subscription is expired.
subscriptions, right, expired. I need 2 volunteers. I'll text again. Let's see who two can volunteer for this. This will be the last subscription. We are going to do backup a little bit. You guys will be doing the backup practice. I will show you ASR and then migration, and that's it. So let's see who two volunteers we get. And once we have those subscriptions, please do practice the backup. As of now, please read these details, the concepts and everything. At least go to portal and see if you're able to see the options. You won't be able to create something, but you'll be able to see the options. Right? Read this, read this. I'll share some questions and answers. Read them. Recovery service vault, what is it? Right? Uh, look at this as your backup minimum RTO. What does it mean? As of now, ignore the Azure site recovery. Okay, I'll explain the site recovery. Don't worry. Okay, initially we had this backup. I told you LSR or ZSR. Now we don't get it. It's by default geo redundant nowadays. So don't worry about this. You can skip this one. Okay, guys, less than 30 seconds are pending. I will stop the session. And once this is done, I'll just ping you guys. Check the IP address once again, and then I'll delete it. See you guys next week, Saturday, with new topic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.